Thank you. Just to piggyback on a little bit of what Leader Windhorse was saying there, I understand that we've got an appropriation for this year and possibly next year. It's like $14 million or something like that. Do we have an estimate on what this new bureaucracy is going to cost the state of Illinois year to year moving forward after that?
So as I mentioned to your colleague, we are going through a 2-year transition process. And so part of that process is reviewing the programs and how we want them to operate to be more efficient. And at the appropriate time, we will see a budget from this new agency.
I appreciate that. So just so everybody understands, we're going through a 2-year process here where we are going to figure out what this is going to cost and figure out exactly how they're going to do their jobs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what would be wrong with starting this process, going through this 2-year process to figure out what these people are going to do and to figure out what it's going to cost, and then, if appropriate, when we get this stuff figured out, create this agency?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I followed the question.
Well, why are we creating the agency right now when we don't know exactly what they're going to do? We don't know exactly what it's going to cost, or don't even really have any idea what it's going to cost. And, you know, we're doing this 2-year process on here. Why wouldn't we do the 2-year process, and then at the end of that 2 years, as we've gone through all of this stuff, then make the determination on how best to move forward and create this. We're creating an entire government agency here, guys. This is a cabinet level government agency, and we have no idea what it's going to cost, and I just want a little bit of insight on that. Why not wait after the 2 years?
So back in 2021, this legislature saw fit to create a task force that did a ton of work, and their recommendation was that we create this new agency. And in order for us to figure out exactly what it will cost, we need to know exactly what we're going to put in there and the way it will look. And so we're having a transition team that's made up of folks from all over the state of Illinois, the agencies, the providers, the families, the educators, et cetera, in addition to organizations that will go through and make sure that what we are doing in implementation is what we need for the state. And so I don't want us to be obligated to present a budget that does not yet exist.
Is there anything that would prohibit us from doing this work without doing the exact same thing without creating the agency?
I think it would be inappropriate for us to do that work without having the authority for the new agency.
Okay. I'll go to the bill. What we're doing here, guys, is we're creating a massive bureaucracy. We have no idea what it's going to cost the taxpayers. We're not exactly sure what we're going to do. Apparently, we have to pass this bill to be able to see what it actually does at the end of the day. And, you know, I just think that it is inappropriate to create an entire government bureaucracy without knowing those important things, especially when there's nothing keeping this from happening right now. I don't think anywhere in the history of government, especially in the history of government in the state of Illinois, have we created a bureaucracy, especially massive bureaucracy, and it worked out well for the taxpayers at the end of the day. This may or may not be a good idea, but at the end of the day, we don't need to create an entire cabinet level organization before knowing exactly what it's going to do. So for those reasons, I will be a no vote, and I would encourage everybody to look very hard at this and consider the history of the state of Illinois. Thank you.